Welcome to the Musicians Exchange. This episode right here is going to be about life of a musician on the road. I got some good friends who are well above the standard. They know what they're talking about. They are on the road faithfully and stuff like that. But I'll let them introduce themselves.
My name is Jose Umstead. I'm a tour manager, sound engineer in training, and I've been in the music business for about 12 years, but on like the management side full time for about 5 years.
I'm Archie Logan, and I am an international drug dealer. No, stop. I guess you could say I'm a drummer, music director. I've played tour managing roles, production manager roles.
Some of everything.
Try to do a little bit of everything.
Dope, man. Well, I'm glad to have y'all. I'm glad y'all even, agreed to help the next generation. I just dropping some knowledge. Being on the road, like, what made y'all want to be on the road? What made you, how did you even get to the management position?
I could say for me, it's like the adrenaline behind it. Like being on the go.
Okay.
Like I fell in love with the adrenaline, like trying to make things happen.
Word.
And that's what makes me keep on working with that adrenaline and drive and the task and being on the feet all day.
Word.
And that's what's helping me fall in love with it also right now.
The road was, it's like, it kind of happened and I stuck with it and I didn't have to go back to working at the Sam's Club no more. You know what I'm saying? I straight out of high school, and so it just kind of stuck with me. And then later on in life, I had one chance to be in the boss, being a tour manager. I was like, oh,
it's a great feeling.
I want to control everybody.
It's a great feeling.
I want to be the boss.
Because being a musician is like lower management, but when you get in that tour management, it's like, oh, I'm in upper management. I got a credit card.
Make sure you be in the lobby at 8:00,
right?
Or you left. I never really had the position as tour manager. I don't think, but I just have done the job.
I mean, that's dope. I mean, even down to, 'cause I know you're MD for your band and stuff like that.
Right.
And even for Jose, I know he's a tour manager, or he's stepping into that role as well. To me, that's managing, yo. Like MD and I mean, even watching you from, when you go Facebook Live, like people might take it light or take it for granted, but bro, you playing drums, you EQing, sound, you making sure everybody right on stage, the whole band, you know what I mean? And like all the cues are being met, stuff like that. Like that's managing. That's beyond your instrument.
Yeah, that's cool when I keep my job.
Yeah.
And putting it in a place where nobody else can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like.
True.
Not saying that nobody can learn to do it,
right?
But when you're doing it, just trying to put it out there, like I'm gonna be the best at it, because anybody can play the drums.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But can you play the drums, run tracks, talk to niggas on Facebook Live?
The whole nine, tracks, stems, you know what I mean?
Doing everything, just trying it, man.
Stems are different from tracks, you know what I mean? Format.
That's format.
So to be able to function and still know the next part, where we going.
Right. Stand up, that's getting into knowing your music.
Facts.
And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't work because they don't learn their music.
Right.
So that's the name of the game. You gotta learn it in and out.
That's day and night, bro, because I remember when I couldn't even talk on the drums, bro. I can't tell them the sound man, yo, look, turn this up, turn that up. Because I wasn't used to talking and playing,
Right.
I mean? I know the next part, but if I can't even talk, I can't MD. I can't move the management. You know what I mean? I'm not ready for the role, period. Talk back, Mike.
Yeah, well, it's being an MD, that's like learning everybody's parts. You gotta be familiar with everybody's parts. It's not about just telling people what to do. It's about learning and listening to every part of that song, from vocals to string lines to freaking whatever guitar notes and the feel of the way the rhythm of the guitar is, and if it's an up chuck or a down chuck.
It's
real.
What
I'm saying? It's
detail,
all of
man.
that. It's the details of every song.
So since we even on that right there, that topic of MD, what are MDs and managers on the road looking for in musicians? Like, how do I know I want to bring you on the road with me for the youngins that I want to travel?
Can you be consistent with everything you're doing? Like, can you manage everything you got your hands on well? Like, can you always be on and never be off? I think the biggest thing is being consistent. And do you have that mental and physical willpower to get the job done in any situation? And also, I'm sure Archie knows about this. Can you think fast on your feet? Like, can you think fast? Like, is it gonna take you 5 minutes to observe or 30 seconds to observe? And that whole 4 minutes, 4:30 is gonna make you lose your jobs because everybody's looking how fast you can work and how well you can get it done. And also, how can you process everyone in every situation? Because I'm sure Archie understands this. There's a lot of egos and a lot of personalities. People bring their problems from home on the road. Can you handle that and get your job done?
Right. Facts. Big facts.
He just said it, bro.
I mean, honestly, my thing is, can I live with you on the road?
Yeah.
That too.
You understand what I'm saying? Like right now, the guys that I got out on the road with me now at Who's Bad is probably the greatest crew that I've had collectively at one time. Like, I've had great guys come in and great guys leave. You know what I'm saying? But as a crew, this is probably the best, like, on and off the stage. Because I got to be able to live with you.
Facts.
Off the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you just like I need to be the biggest butthole in the joint
and be comfortable, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And so, you know, it's like you gotta build a camaraderie. Cause some of the cats that's come in, I didn't have a relationship with them before I hired them, but we had a relationship when they left. And the guys now, like, we knew each other, but we didn't have a relationship. Now it's like they know my kids.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I know their kids. I know their wife, their girl, whoever, their moms, with son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it turns into family out there. Because you in strange cities every night. You don't know people in all these cities, man. You gotta have these cats out here to have your back.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So those are, you know, outside of getting the job done, man. First of all, if you're in the rehearsals and you can't get the job done, you're not going out no way. So the stage is only 10% of once you get hired.
Facts.
Because you can play. You hear it because you can play.
Right.
It's everything else, how you dress, how you interact with people. Like, because you're going to run into all kinds of people that you never know. They can change your life.
Yeah.
From millionaires. Like, I remember one night, you know, when the show's over, I'm either packing up my computer or rushing backstage so I don't have to be in the hoopla of the crowd and all that. I get in an introverted position after the show. But lady grabbed me, and come to find out her and her husband were the founders or the creators of Survivor.
Wow.
You know, stuff like that. And it was like, what would it do to get y'all out here? And so we did shows for them, several shows for them, only because we were out there being nice to them. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have some kind of personality that draws people. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, playing is a small part of it.
If you had to put that in percentage, what would you say?
Like personality and PR. Basically, you just doing PR work when you shaking hands.
Right.
So I say that's a good 60 to 70%.
Yeah, I would say like 70-30. 70-30, 30 of it is the playing, 70% is like the way you dress, the way you look, the way you smell.
Yeah.
Did you comb your hair or did you brush it to the side? Like,
are you willing to put on, the necessary apparel for the gig?
Right. Every you gotta go through all that.
And what's your hang like when you're in front of those $2 people and the millionaires? Like, can you hang? Can you switch it up?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's definitely on the management side and musician side. Can you like switch it up? Can you hang and have a drink with a millionaire and not go too much out the circle?
Yeah,
right.
That's what keeps you on a gig also, because I'm sure you guys do a lot of private shows too.
Yeah,
and a lot of weird and good people. But can you like fit in between and be the middleman?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's a big factor in what you do. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like that's your next gig.
Right.
That's your next paycheck.
Facts.
You never know. You know what I'm saying? So
You be on the gig 1 week, off the gig the next week.
Yeah, you're only good as your last gig.
Yeah, hey.
I was telling somebody yesterday. I was like, yo, you don't ever hear me out here talking about, yeah, I used to do this and I used to do that, because I'm not doing it no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's good for your resume, but cats brag on, oh, I used to do this, I'm the greatest because I used to do that. Nah, that's not what it is, man. The key word is used to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not taking anything from what you've done, but don't get stuck in that mentality of what I used to do.
Right.
And get to the mentality of what I'm going to do, or where I'm at next, or what's, what I got on the horizons, or whatever. Goals, dreams, all that. You know what I'm saying? Forget what you used to do, because you ain't doing it no more.
That's real, man. That's real. I mean, even attire, I know we discussed it a little bit about, requirements and, attire, branding, and the whole nine. I just want to touch on that subject a little bit more. Like, what are requirements? Like, I feel like retaining music, like, this a little, this one of my weaknesses I had before coming up as a musician. Yo, I could play, and I wasn't the greatest, but I couldn't retain music that fast. But then I look at some cats, I'm like, yo, how they doing it, bro? I even asked my boy Twan, yo, Twan, how you play for different groups every day? And it'd be full shows. You do it consistently, it'll be no problem. And then you building, your music library, your song library.
Yeah.
You get to a gig, 85% of the set list. All you got to do is learn the changes.
Well, then you got to, as a musician, you got to study genres.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I learned that when I was playing with a band called Liquid Pleasure. And they went from beach music to Motown to 80s rock to R&B to soft hip hop stuff, So what happens is beach music, I ain't never heard a beach music song in my life. I never, you know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up listening to, I love beach music, Might have heard it on TV, but I ain't paid no attention to it.
Yeah.
Motown, everybody listened to Motown, but I didn't study what Motown was. And so I had to learn approaches of each genre of music so you can approach it authentically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so not only retaining, if you learn the approach of a style of music, then you find out that learning the material isn't as hard.
That's a nugget, yo. That's,
you know what I'm saying?
Perspective.
So it's like, I know if I'm playing a Motown song, and I know everybody ain't drummers out here that's listening, but I know my feel for the whole song is gonna be a lot of feels like boom, ba-da, boom, ting, ka, boom, ka, doom, ka-da, boom, ah. So if I already got that in my head, and I'm learning a song, I already know. From a Motown song, I already know about what I'm about to be playing. Mm-hmm. And so then I listen to the different sections of the song. And I say, okay, this is the A section, the B section. Oh, we go back to the A, to the B. Right. Yeah, and you go on, and these are my patterns. And I learn how to listen to a song once, maybe twice, and can play it all the way through.
But you're talking about years of experience. Like, how long have you actually been in the business as a drummer? Because this
for the past 2 years, I'm only 16. No.
This comes from years of like failing, like being in.
Getting sent home on a bus, right. All that.
Right.
Like never being in like 2 weeks of rehearsals and never made it to the stage because something just wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Like Friday, June 28th, makes 25 years that I've been traveling on the road and touring and all that. So
and he ain't lying, bro. It's facts, bro. Like
it's 25 years, man. And at the end of this week, this Friday, June 28th, man, and I get a vacation after my show on the 28th in Phoenix. I get a vacation, so I get to celebrate.
Yeah. And
I have to wake up early the next morning.
Yeah.
So
that's a blessing, man. Like,
yeah. The blessing is the off day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, I mean, the off day with no calls, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're working on management, MDs, musicians on the road. You're working even on your off days, bro. Your off days, and we'll even get into that, the whole per diem, the whole, life on the road.
Right.
But definitely for some requirements, you know what I mean? Like we said, you know, Brandon, you gotta have the look. I know a lot of cats I know a lot of cats that have the look but can't really play, or it's just something about them that's weird, bro. And it's like, bro, son, you fit the band perfectly. Having the look, can you get fired off the band for not having the look? Even if you tried, even with a stylist?
Listen, a few months ago we played a festival, and when the guy showed up in a basketball shirt, shorts, and sneakers, not even cool sneakers. Let's just say an email went out.
Wow.
Just and you're at a jazz festival. This is not a hip hop gig.
Even at a hip hop gig, bro.
Call his name out.
Call him out.
We're not calling nobody out. Just know that email was not pleasant. But now
What's
they
his
wear
name?
their suits.
Oh yeah.
They own it now.
Yeah.
Because they have been warned.
Okay.
So
and
there's nothing wrong with being warned.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is, are you open to learn, and do you take the conversation of you cannot dress like you're about to go shoot hoops for this gig? Can you take that well on both ends? Like from a management perspective, can you say it well without offending them?
respectful.
Yeah, respectfully, but also getting your point across, because people can take what you say lightly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Archie just being a douchebag today. No, Archie is serious today. And you got to know the difference. And from a manager perspective, you got to be able to relay that message of, we are not playing no games.
And
no effing games either, you know.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy because when you become friends with the people you work with,
that's horrible.
And you have to take the upper road for business purposes. And, you know, it's kind of hard when, you know, that's my boy, you know what I'm saying? We hang out and go to the bar or something on the off days because that's my dude.
Yeah.
But then when your dude ain't doing something right, that familiar spirit that you got with him and all that stuff, you got to be able to change and level up and say, and you got to be able to be friends, but yet keep that respect there at the same time. Because, you know, we out here, but you got to respect me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
there's a time and place for it too.
Right.
It's
We
like,
can
you know,
we can laugh all day.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to business, it's business. And you know, like some people, you know, I don't really play. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm never yelling at you. I'm never cursing you out or nothing like that.
If you gotta yell to get your point across, you're not a good leader.
Terrible.
Right. If you gotta raise your voice, and if you gotta step out your character to get your point across, you're not a good leader. And that's where, on the management end, your crew, you know, Meek Mill got a saying: you don't feed your wolves, they put you on the menu. I take that to heart.
Yeah.
Because it's like, from a management perspective, you have to look out for everyone.
Right.
And if you can't do that well, then eventually you're going to get burned. And it's going to show. And it doesn't happen overnight. This happens over process.
Right.
Of views, like, you know, people, you know, and what I'm also learning is you have to, even if you don't like your employer, like if you don't like that tour manager, you still got to win for them, unfortunately.
Facts.
And I've been in situations where I have not liked my employer, but I'm like, this situation I must win and I must do whatever it takes out of respect because I still want to be on.
Right.
But
some stuff is politics, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, y'all, man, y'all just dropping knowledge, bro, because, and you know, no hype. It's real, you know what I mean? Like, we may know this stuff, but some other people may not. Right, or they don't think it's that serious. Like, bro, because you my bro back home in the hometown, and I felt like you was ready for the gig. You can't come out here half-stepping. You can't come out here not knowing me. Coming to the gig with no sticks, or coming to, you know what I mean? Like, on the road, granted, they got backline, and, you know, but, nah, where your ears at, bro?
Yeah, you gotta prep yourself. Like, I double check, triple check my bag before I leave the house. That's just what you know, boom, me. I bring extra cords just in case I got, you know, but you gotta always be on top of your game, man. You can't be slipping.
Even as a musician, though, bro, like, it's been times where, you know what I mean, when I was coming up, younger days, it was like, yo, y'all niggas be buying stuff on the spot. Oh, man, I left my hi-hat clutch. I got to run the guitar center. Now, it's like, bro, yo, I got to go to GC real quick. I got to get it done. I got to get this gig done.
Right.
You got to buy a symbol. You got to, I mean, if you could borrow from the homies in town, you know, spread the word or whatever, shoot, you know, and put it on Facebook. You know what I mean? I've seen musicians do that.
Right.
But like Archie said, double and triple check your gear, man, and different stuff like that. Being that's a good segue right now to go to the topic of penalties and ways to get kicked off a gig from what managers don't like to see. What are some ways that you can just flat out get kicked off the gig?
Yo, you know what's crazy though? If you're a contracted employee, unless you do something crazy, you can't be fired or you can sue.
Wow.
Like if you get a 1099 and not a W-2, if you get fired off the gig and you didn't do anything that wasn't contractual,
Right.
you can actually sue the person who fired you. That's some knowledge for y'all that's out there getting them 1099, especially from these churches, and they fire you, going to sue the pastor. Real talk. You can, because if you have been meeting on your contract, like what you're contracted to do, they cannot fire you. They can stop your contract, but they can't fire you.
Knowledge, business,
you know what I'm saying? So
And
remember
also
that.
the main thing is be on the contract.
Hey, wait a minute.
The other catch.
Well, verbal contract is just as good.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the laws change, but I'm almost certain that it's still the same.
Wow.
A contracted employee, you can't be fired. But what will get somebody kicked off a gig? Not showing up on time, missing numerous amounts of shows.
How do you, so when they miss a show, what happens? I mean, y'all.
Well, in
y'all
my
make
situation,
provisions.
I just hit the unmute button.
Oh man.
And the tracks pick up.
Okay.
No. But they, I've never had nobody just like not show up.
Okay.
I mean, once or twice, but just not showing up, I've never had nobody just do that.
Mm-hmm.
My guy had a baby the night before we was leaving.
Right.
The wife went into labor, and I was like, "Yo, you gotta handle that."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because we were getting ready for a UK tour, and his baby was born like days before we left, and we had shows. Just so happened on the road on the way up to the show, we was passing Marcus Anderson, and he came in and covered the gig.
Clutch.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember
Clutch.
Yeah.
Wow.
He came. He was like, "Yo, I'll roll with y'all."
Wow. And that,
So-
that's dope. That's
Yeah.
good.
So it was, but just straight up.
that. But that comes from y'all relationship as being boys and learning
Right.
and growing in the industry together. That doesn't work out for everyone.
No, it don't. It don't just happen like that. But other ways to get kicked off the gig is just not doing the gig.
Okay.
It's not doing what
So
you're
you can miss
supposed to
as
do.
many lobby calls. I know I've heard situations where musicians miss the bus or miss they ride there and they find their way to the next city, to the next gig.
Yeah, as long as you at sound check the next day, who can say anything about you? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I ain't missed lobby call, but I flew to the next city and I'm here and I'm in place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
on your own dime at that.
We're in the business of trying to save our money, so
Right.
the triple checking, the quadruple checking is what keeps you working, because like those silly mistakes catch up,
And they add up.
and like after you make so many mistakes, and I can speak from experience, like it's kind of hard to resettle because you're nervous and you're freaking out because you might think some things with management you can't overthink it. Because if you overthink it, your crew also knows when you're overthinking the situation.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
man, you tough, man. I can't
well,
work with
look,
you.
so I'm gonna say this.
Look.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm
Like,
like,
no
dang.
lie. Like,
I'm like
When-
scared.
when- like,
I'm
hey.
sitting beside him. Let me not make the wrong answer. He gonna choke me or something.
no, man. Like, I truly enjoy what I do. And it's like, with that whole thing of, I have the mental and the physical ability to be in this business, and I want to be in it for the long run.
Right,
I'm not just trying to be in it for the season. And once you got a mortgage, it's a different grind. It is a different grind. So I'm not saying I'm only working to make sure I provide for my family, but I actually enjoy what I'm doing. Right. And I've had the people like the Marcuses to also teach and coach me and pull me aside and say, Jose, you're not on. Jose, that won't right.
Yeah.
And I didn't take it personal. I went home, I lit my wounds. Yeah. And I can honestly say those situations have got me to the place where I am right now. Because I did not take it personal, but I learned from that moment, and that's why I am where I am today.
That's how your skin get thick.
Yeah, yo, that's wise words, man. Don't wear your emotions on your sleeve, bro.
You can't.
You get with OGs, bro. They gonna say whatever they want, bro, and they mean it out of love, but they gonna serve it to you straight.
See, the thing is, and no offense to sit out here and say younger cats, but they get a little upset. But when I grew up, I got kicked off the drums a lot of times.
Facts.
For somebody else to play that could do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just part of growing up, man. If you can't accept getting kicked off your instrument till you get your stuff together, then like you gonna be soft out here.
That's the quickest way to learn the do's and don'ts, bro. Getting kicked off and falling, bro. Like,
yeah, you gotta.
You thought what you did was cool, but nah, the whole camp looking like, bro, don't ever do that again.
Yeah, and then it's a softness with these cats nowadays. You can't say nothing to them, man. If you say something to them, you hating on me. Nah, I'm not hating on you, man. I just want to see you be better. I'm never hating on you.
I mean, you wouldn't be on the gig, though,
One reason is because my bank account full and yours ain't. Bottom line. So I'm not hating on you. I just want to see you do better, and that's just my personality. Like, I want to see all the cats, like, just going to get it. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if I see something that's not, that don't kind of sit well, I'm just like, yo, like, don't ever think I'm hating on you. I hate that word.
Well,
hating.
My saying is, and I'm gonna say this: what you eat don't make me shit.
Right.
So it's like
you cussed.
It is never a hating moment. Right. It's like I honestly care for you, and it's like
because they could have just fired you. Or let you off the gig.
Or not even fire you. I could just let you go down in flames.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pew,
you just get, you don't want to listen. That's on you, nigga.
Right.
But Jose owes $5 in the cuss jar because he just let one go.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I think
$5.
I respect this podcast.
I should have.
I had to be real.
Hey,
he gonna put
in management.
He gonna put that beep in there. He gonna keep replaying it though.
You have to say a few choice words.
Yeah,
you have to.
That's choice words. That's real.
Well, I'm a cusser. I cuss.
You know what I mean?
I'm a retired cusser.
Oh, hallelujah! But you just cuss.
The Lord is
right
working
now.
on me, bro.
Because Archie spirit came on me.
Yeah, that's how it be.
So it just lay dormant in you and manifests anytime you get ready. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Like, man,
I just feel like a cuss.
It's
just all up in here. I can't get it. It's right there.
It's all in my vocal cords.
I'm trying to swallow it back down, but it keep coming up.
Oh man, that's real, bro. Like, I mean, even that, bro, on the road. We talking about, influence. Cussing and smoking and drinking and, to each his own.
If you can handle it.
There you go.
Can you still do the job with all of that in your system?
I know cats who can. I know cats who.
As a ritual.
Yeah, right. I know cats who can. And hey, listen, as long as you doing your job, man, and you ain't getting me arrested with you, do what you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm never smoking a joint, a blunt, eating no edibles, none of that before I walk on stage.
Yeah,
why?
You gotta be focused.
Because the lights mess with me, dog. I tried it, and them lights went so crazy. I was cockeyed for about an hour and a half, just looking everywhere. Why is this light shining on me like that? I'll never do it again. I was like, man, I wonder did the security guy know I smoked before I came out here. Man, he gonna arrest me in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, paranoid.
That's real.
Some cats get it, can do it. Me, I'd rather not.
even on the road with that, man, with influence, some cats, you know, they end better with management or whoever. Yo, they can get away with that. You can't. Don't feel like because they did it, you good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well.
Which is corny, but you know.
I ain't never experienced that for like, cause most people, and I don't know about you. You just, you a grown man.
Right. No, I mean, even down to talking to people crazy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You know, some people get away with it. And next man try it, like, bro. What?
Oh yeah. Some people know who they can fool with and they can't.
Yeah.
There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
You know, and some people don't respect that time and place.
Yeah.
And when you don't, it will catch up with you.
That's real. Look, Jose slammed the gavel, son.
It will catch up with you. You know, I'm only 25, so I'm just like really getting into the game.
Man, I've been touring as
So-
long as you've been living.
You know, and that's real. But what I can say is I always had an open mind, and I always did listen to the people like the Archies and respected what everything
Facts.
they had their hands on.
Did I ever give you any advice?
Yeah, you have.
I have.
Yeah, you have.
What's one thing?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out because I don't even like you.
Well, you know. We talk this off mic. Off mic.
Cool.
Let's keep the thing recorded until I leave. I'm scared.
I don't want to give Archie all his praise right now because he might lose respect for me.
Hey, that's real.
He might lose respect.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Oh, there's something that's crackling in.
Look, right. So I mean, all right, bomb. Influence and so what are some ways you would encourage youngins and up and coming musicians of the next generation, even the ones now, bro? Like some cats, they on the road, they can't tune drums. I mean, aside from that, it's the stuff that musicians that they still don't know and they don't come with age. How do you even now on the road, bro? They be putting it on the book and all over social media, yo, like I want my money and blah blah blah. And why is it taking 2 and 3 weeks to get my money after I done did the show, we killed the show, this and that? How do you?
That means they didn't handle business properly.
That's what I'm about to say. How do you communicate effectively without getting fired in regards to problems with pay, problems with somebody in the camp? How do you know what I mean?
Yo, if you know it's OD, you don't have to argue, man, about your money. You know it. I ain't arguing with nobody. Listen, man, you owe me my money. Let me get that. I'm gonna give you chances to give it to me. And then I'm gonna give you a time frame. You got till 5 o'clock, man.
Then John Wick coming out.
And that's it. And gig or no gig, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna get over on me like that, then I don't need to be what you know. Man.
Facts.
So, I mean, you still a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You still, like, yo, you
Principles.
Principles. You ain't about to pump me out. You're not doing that right.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not do your gig than get prostituted.
Yeah.
Whatever. You're not gonna do me like that. So, I mean, I ain't off the gate. Just gonna jump down your throat, but I'm gonna give you some time to get yourself together. But then,
What's a good time to wait?
There's really no good time to wait because right now it's about to be a whole year of me not being paid on the gig, and I have to go take papers. I thought I could go to the Durham County Courthouse. No, I have to go to the city they're in.
Wow.
So it's really
give us a name.
Get.
no, ain't giving no name. I am on a mission, and I will get my money. And just know contracts have been signed.
Oh well.
So contract was signed, and I do have it where I can protect myself and show record. But there's really no perfect time. In the real world, it's about a week. Like if you're on the main time gig, you get paid the following week because these people got accountants, they got managers, got to cash a check.
Yeah.
So reasonably is a week.
Okay.
And if you get paid on a 2-week scale, then you get paid on.
However,
that.
the camp does their deposits.
Right.
Yeah.
But, that not paying me thing.
So contracts.
Like you done waited a year. You know
It'll be a year in August.
It'll be a year in August, man.
At that point, you got to go that route if it's necessary.
I have to.
Because sometimes it's just straight up disrespect.
Yeah.
And I'm 1,000 in the hole because I paid somebody to cover for me. So that's the thing that that eats your soul when you're already in the hole and somebody owes you money.
So it's
100 is okay, but when you a whole 1,000
Yeah.
because you paid somebody to cover for you, I'm hot.
That's real. So, I mean, if you got to go the paper route or, you know, the grown man route, not saying the paper route ain't the grown man either. Don't get me wrong. I'm you know, correcting that one.
Sometimes you gotta just take it to the street.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to flex. But,
I had a situation like that, not involving money, but involving drums. You know what I'm saying? You owe me.
yeah.
I've been chasing you, man. You owe me. You need to give me my gear. I paid you for it.
And people like that would never win after
I
that
ain't even gonna hold you,
situation.
bro. I was in a situation like that, bro. And it was like, yo, well, look, all right, I'm just letting you know now. It's a done deal. You got too many kids for that. You know what I mean? To be playing. Like,
Right.
so, you know, at the end of the day, I got my bread back. I don't care if it came out your kid's mouth. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be reckless, but you took my respect and all that for granted. And I don't even joke like that.
Right. I mean, listen, man. He gotta feed his kids just like you gotta feed your
Facts.
family. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line.
Agreements, contracts, they necessary. Like Archie said, the verbal contracts, you know, they hold just the same weight. You see, you know, Jose, he got to take out papers and stuff like that. So I mean, it happens, man. Just make sure you have your business right. Communicate. Who do they talk to? They tour manager, the MD. You know, is it wise to share your issues with somebody else in the band camp in the camp? So say like we all in the same camp. I got a problem with Archie, but I'm gonna come tell Jose. But I know Jose is cool with Archie, or Jose is messy.
With the crew that you're hanging with, you never want to gang up on one person.
Right.
So I've learned in my past is if you got an issue with someone, it's always best to go straight to them. The more people you get involved with your mess, the messier it gets. So I always say, if you got a problem with the source, goes to the source. Because if I go and talk to Archie about it, he might not be able to relay my message and my urgency the same way that I can.
Then a lot of times when you have issues, if you really stop and look at the issue, it's really not an issue.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's just you just been on the road 3 more days than you need to be, and you need some time to yourself to reguide.
Facts. Nigga need a minute.
Yeah, you gotta rejuvenate and replenish yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody needs that. That's one thing I've learned to do on the road is I know my limit is about 3 days before I gotta have some time to myself.
After that, you quiet the rest. So what if you on a 5-day run?
I'm on a 5-day run. After this show is over, I'm gonna go in this corner and I'm gonna chill in my room. I'm not going to have drinks. I'm not going to eat. None of that. I'm going to take time to myself so I can replenish and be good. And then I'm back to normal.
Word.
But I'm an introverted extrovert.
You can be both.
In the public eye, I'm extroverted. I gotta have my time. I gotta respect the introverted side of me and take my time so I can move forward and do my job the way I need to have it done. Because, man, when I got an attitude, nigga, I'm ugly. That's just real talk. When I got an attitude, it's just like, man, I'm stupid.
And I mean, you got to recognize that on the road, bro. You got to recognize when somebody's tired. You know what I mean? That's why we say don't wear your feelings on your sleeves, bro. Like, don't take everything personal. Yo, consider that man is tired. Consider, you know, he got other outside situations, like Jose said, going on. And he made a mistake and brought him to the show. So, yeah, look, just on the road. Like, look, bro, that's a good topic right there. On the road.
When you're on the road, you can't worry about what your old lady doing either.
Yeah,
That'll
it's over.
That mess you up mentally and physically.
It's over, Zay.
When you're on the road, you just know you better trust her.
Hey,
that's real life.
Don't go on the road till you know you can trust her.
Because when other people see you can't handle that, they harp on that so bad on the road.
The whole trip.
They harp on it and
you getting cut up, son, the whole trip, bro. Like,
listen, man. You can't control what she does. She probably ain't doing nothing.
Right.
And a lot of time, probably ain't doing nothing, but you think she doing something because you out there doing something.
Right. I mean, yo, like, and it just
That's
you
why
just
I
look
stay
wild.
single.
Look,
That's
Well,
why I
from my
stay
situation, don't bring no mess, and there won't be no mess.
look. He said I don't got no control after she done started. That's real though, man. But yeah, bro, like the road life. That leads me to that. Road life, the conditions. You know what I mean? Sometimes some shows you go from, you don't get to sleep at a hotel if it's a city near or whatever. How does that work?
I've been on tours where you take showers in the venue and you ride on a bus to the next city. Get out, freshen up in the showers in the venue. Or
Sometimes the truck stop.
I ain't never did the truck stop.
There you go.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's rough, son.
Hey, yo, I'm too bougie to
Yo,
wash
you
in
talk
the-
about the
I'm
slides
just-
in the middle of the
man,
shower,
I'm
like
just
I ain't
saying.
touching nothing. Son.
Man,
I ain't never did the truck stop. I've done theaters and arena showers, but I've never done the truck stop. Like, shower number 2 is ready. Nah, I ain't never did that one. I ain't never did
Hey,
that.
yo, somebody was just in here. G, like, what you mean?
Still soap residue on the
look.
side of the wall.
They whole odor, man. Like, a lot of them conditions is real, bro. Like, a lot of musicians, they don't show that part. They got the wheels up, the captions, and the flight, the plane.
They only show the good stuff.
Yeah, show, bro.
Show when the office done booked the room at a freaking
A motel.
a motel,
Roach Motel.
a motel in the city that ain't got no Marriotts and Sheratons and Hiltons and all that.
You walk in
staying
sick.
You stand at Bobby's place, and you go in there like, yo, it was just, let me see. The night that Toronto won
Yeah.
championship, man, the hotel was not too good that night.
Yeah.
I slept in the bus.
You ain't lying.
I slept in and watched Netflix all night.
Yo.
Got me a couple hours of sleep. I took a shower in there though, but I wasn't gonna lay on the bed.
Keep it hot. Yo, me and the homies is on the gig, bro. And that's another thing, bro. Make sure it depends on what level artist you with and whatnot. You know what I mean? And even if you're not on a tour, on a tour, if you travel and do different hits and you go state to state or whatever, this and that, and you have a little bit of say-so over your living arrangement and stuff like that, it's all right to inquire about it. Yo, where we staying at?
No, it's always all right to inquire about it. Like what's your bottom line rating? I'm not doing nothing less than, if it's a 3.5, it's less than that. And I can get my own room.
Yeah, at that
You
point.
understand? Like, I'm just not gonna do it. Like, I prefer 4.
Yeah.
But 3.5 is the minimum, like a Hampton Inn or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
bare minimum.
Yeah.
And I'm still sleeping with my clothes on. And putting the towel on top of the bed and be like,
Look,
sleeping
quick techniques,
with,
bro.
with a hoodie on my head.
Straight up.
Like, I ain't bougie. I just don't want to.
No. I don't play with it.
Do you know what goes? Hold up. Do you know what goes on in hotels, nigga? I know what I've done in hotels. I know what my younger years, way long time ago. I know
thought
the
you was
stuff.
16, though.
Yeah. What you know? I cleared it up, but I know what I've done in hotels. So could you imagine what other people do in hotels on a regular basis?
Yo.
The first thing I do when I walk in a hotel room is I take the plastic for the ice bucket thing and I put it around the remote control to turn on the TV.
Hey, I ain't never heard of that, bro. That's real, though.
And that's in any hotel. If I'm in the Renaissance, the Ritz-Carlton, I don't care where I am. Wow. The nastiest thing in the room is the remote control.
It's real.
Because how many other
And they
people
don't wipe that
go
down.
to the bathroom and then don't wash their hands, just go lay on the bed and grab the remote?
That's real.
Or
Yo, Archie be thinking.
I'm telling you, man, it's the first thing I do. I don't even touch the remote to put it in the bag. The remote sit on the dresser. Scoop that boy.
Oh,
man.
man.
But it keeps you working because you don't get sick.
Come on. You can't afford to
I
get
sit
shit.
there and I look at the bed. I take my phone. I look, make sure. I don't look at the mattress because sometimes the mattress will make me sick to my stomach.
That's true.
So I won't look under there, but I'll make sure, like, I'll make sure they change. Like, I don't stay in a hotel that has colored blankets on it.
Facts. That mean they don't change their joint.
They don't even change the white ones sometimes.
Nah.
Like, and I caught that. Like, I was in New Orleans. I had them come up, yo, you gotta come change the bedding on here all the way around. Like, I see mold on a white.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is like Sheraton in the middle of freaking Canal Street in New Orleans.
Wow.
So it's not like a bum hotel. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
one of the nicer ones.
yeah. It be like
So,
that.
You know, like joint hotels is just nasty. That's the worst part. Like, I used to love staying in hotels till I started staying in hotels. Like, for real. And I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, in my younger years, I used to love the $39.99 at the Motel 6 to take a little shorty over there for $40, get a room. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, the hell was I thinking? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what goes on in hotels?
That's real.
Yeah,
That's
real
real.
talk, man.
That's real.
I mean, some people don't think about it and they can be comfortable in a hotel. I can't. I'm just not comfortable in a hotel room. When I get home, I sleep. On the road, I nap.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, and if you on a long run, son, I mean, it's 100%. It's all right to inquire about your living arrangements, man. I'd have been in situations, bro. Yeah, they got us a hotel. I'm listening to the MD. I bet. We get all the way out of town, yo. We all up in the truck. We get out of town. They got shorties with them. They got 4 and 5 rooms. They paying for the hotel rooms. So I get down there, trusting my homie, his word. Boy, we in like a hostel.
Oh.
Going to, I think, Elizabeth City or something like that. And long and short, bro, we get there. It's a motel. Strike 3 already.
Show the next day?
The next day. You know we stayed up, right? We walk in there, the paint coming off the corner of the wall. The bed had, when you pull the sheet back, the other layer of sheet had holes in it. Yo, the shower was shot. Yo, needless to say, bro, ain't none of us take no shower that night. Yo, I sat right on that chair. I ain't even want to sit on the chair. Like you said, we put towels down and all. Bro, I ain't sleep. And then there was 4 of us. Y'all supposed to get rooms
in one
for all
room?
of us. Yeah. Ain't nobody go to sleep. We just stayed up. Nigga, I'm going to sleep in the truck, bro. But I got on the homie like, look, bro, it's a dub. Done deal, son. This will never happen again. I've also been in another situation where.
Like, stuff like that, man, like, I have literally left and went home.
Yeah.
Situations like that. And just been like, yo, you gotta do better with this or I can't.
Yeah.
And it may be unprofessional, but like, yo, like.
Nah, it steps your communication up.
I gotta rest before I go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Facts.
If you want me to do your job, you're going to have to let me rest. I got to relax. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Or then I'm not no good for myself or you.
Facts.
Or your show.
Is it similar for you, Jose?
I'm in the smooth jazz world. I get treated like royalty right now.
Yeah, I
so,
forgot. Yeah.
I
forgot.
I have not been. I have been through the fumes a few times with just playing with pickup bands and stuff. But
Okay.
Hey, how can I get on a smooth jazz circuit?
Facts. Y'all
Inquiring
keep
minds
showing.
want to know.
listen,
I can tour manage. I can production manage.
I get treated like straight royalty.
I believe
I
it.
can't really speak on it.
I've been
right
saying
now.
it. No.
That's just
I've seen your videos.
that's just because you're light skinned though.
Right.
No, light skin. You light skin too.
I'm brown. I'm light
you-
brown. You like half and half. Like
And
you
I,
like.
and I
you
have
like,
my smooth jazz smile, and that's what keeps me
He said
being
smooth
treated like royalty.
Jose like one of them joints that. What's that light and sweet coffee?
Yeah.
5 sugar, 6 creams.
And shit just like that. When a nigga shit like that with his arms, it's a rap.
How can I get on? I wanna be a tour manager with Smooth Jazz Circuit and a production manager. I can do it all. I can run sound. I know about 3K and 10K. I know how to. Cause after you mix the drums, nothing else matters.
No, it really doesn't. It's all about the drums.
Word.
It's all about
I
the
ain't know
drums.
that, bro.
You
Word.
do your drums, half of your mix is already done.
You get through drums, and a lot. And honestly, some people don't do. This is how I do it. I mix it around the snare and how the snare comes off the stage.
No, what I do is I
mix the
get
drums around.
show files from my friends, and I already got a head start, so I just go ahead and EQ it the way I need to.
Yeah, see.
Cheat codes, they can do it.
Listen,
Do it. Do what you gotta do.
because I had to learn sound to keep the gig that I'm on. That was the agreement. He said, "You doing the tour management and the sound."
Wow.
He gave me a year, and in 6 months, I was already learning how to mix.
And he was a saxophonist prior to this too. He still is, but
No, I retired. I don't play.
you know what I mean. Well,
I don't play
yeah,
anymore.
look, you know,
I
but
don't play anymore.
that's
Mr. Saxon.
that's a lane.
Yeah, that's still me. But
Yeah.
you know, you have to do all these things to keep working. But like I said, I get treated like royalty right now. So
So being that you said like you know what I mean, just a few more, I ain't gonna hold you out, you know. But being that, you know, we was talking about, I didn't know that, yo, for jazz situations, they mix just drums first. Running stems. And the best way to approach them. I know Archie, I know you run stems.
Whatever you're comfortable with, honestly. Some people just 2-track.
Okay.
Me, I got keys, stereo, drum loop stereo, sub bass, like stems on a mono track. I run background vocals, stereo. Then you got your click. Sometimes I ran stems with, you know, in Ableton's where there's no format and you just straight live. But you're constantly pressing the buttons and you got to know your machine. You got to know your controller.
Because a lot of cats, they like the look of having a computer out and looking like they running, you know.
You better know what you're doing, boy.
It's a job.
That's it. I mean, every musician, man, needs to know a DAW program.
Facts.
I was talking to an amazing organist about 3 weeks ago. He was like, yeah, man, I want you to help me with Ableton's. I said, well, it's easy, you know, if you know Logic or Pro Tools or something like that, it's kind of easy. You halfway there, you know what I'm saying? But I'll show you, like, some little tricks or whatever. He said, what's Logic? I said, what do you know? He said, I didn't never get into this stuff. He said, you know, I'm trying to get into it now. I'm like, yo, you one of the coldest organists I know.
Yo, it be like.
And he ain't like, he not 20 nothing. He 30 something. And I'm like, dog, all these years.
He said, what's Logic, dog?
right.
Yo.
It's real.
And I'm like, all these years, man, all you concentrated on is playing organ at church and screaming the organ and churching the pastor and shouting. I said, do you not want to go any further in your life of music?
Some people really don't.
They get in this niche and don't want to move. And I'm like, yo, you got, like, now, like, and I got caught with this because I'm stupid. I don't really use the SPDS pads or the DTX. No, I really don't use that because I track them joints out. But I did you knock on wood?
No.
Nah, but I had to pick up the machine we did a UK tour that I mentioned earlier. And I had to use SPDS pad. So I'm like trying to figure it out. Like,
yeah.
Load it into there and
like just trying to figure everything, how we gonna run this and sample all these sounds in here. I'm like, so trying to figure it out. Then I was like, it dawned on me, like, I don't have to hit record and sound at the same time. Nah, just hit the joint and once I figured it, you know, you gotta not be stupid. You gotta understand what you're dealing with.
Adapt and be able to get used to, you know, different devices and stuff like that.
You gotta, technology is everything, man. You gotta know your way around a PC as well as a Mac. You gotta be able to do everything, man. Like, just know a little bit about everything. You gotta know how an X32 works with a router.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta know, like, just a little bit about everything.
Right, and that's what helps me with my tour management and duties, like, because I know a lot to be good, and I also know a lot to be dangerous with everything. So it's like, from a musician standpoint, when they hire me, it's like, oh, you know a lot. You can help me in these different areas, because you never know when your employer is slacking, and you need to be able to pick up their slack. And that's what you get paid to do when you're upper management. You have to pick up the slack, not where you being overworked and you becoming a workhorse, but you have to be able to know and have an understanding how things work. Like, I understand how the SPDS pad works and when it goes out, and that's when you know more. Your crew respects you more. It's like, oh, you know your stuff.
You gotta know what kind of keyboards do what. You know what bass amps are good. You gotta know all that, man. Like, you gotta know, as a drummer, I can set up your keyboard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I can set up and tune your bass and your guitar. I can do that.
They got techs now where it's not just the drum tech. That drum tech doing everybody stuff like keyboards.
People are cutting costs right now.
Yeah.
So you got to be well versatile on everything.
And be fast about it.
Right.
Fast, bro.
You gotta be able to.
Fast and right, though. You can be fast and do it wrong, but you got to be fast and right.
So I asked in another episode, Marty and Manny, how do y'all feel about, you know what I mean?
Sir Marty.
How do y'all feel
Sir
about
Manny.
musicians who have a whole lot of gear, bro? Like, whether everything they have on their drum rig or 5 keyboards if it's necessary for the gig. I know they mentioned, it depends on what y'all traveling in, it depends on the budget and the sound system, type stuff. But how do y'all approach that being on the musician side?
Well, most hits, from my experience, are no more than 75 minutes or 90. You have to play the gig, and if all that stuff is requiring you to play the gig, then you got to do it. But most of these times, the gig is not requiring you to have all these luxury keyboards. And I say, from a situation, I'm in a band right now where all the there's 2 keyboard players that got 3 keyboards each, and then the client is like, well, why y'all need stems? I'm paying all these keyboards and stuff. So it's like, he has came to the conclusion there's no stems. And so that means, are you really using the gear, or is the gear just there?
For the look.
So it's like, hey.
My setup is the same no matter what.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my setup is just the same. Like, I prefer this. Sometimes I get that.
Right.
Do your job. Now, as a keyboardist, you gotta get them sounds, and you gotta be able to, like, a keyboard player gotta learn every keyboard out there.
That's real.
Y'all gotta learn all them keyboards, man. Like,
Chord, Nord, all that, bro. Like, don't get caught up in just the hype, because you'll get on a gig and not have your favorite one up there. You be hurt.
You can't get around it, man. You gotta learn all
You get your
them
Rado
keyboards.
room. That's real. That's real.
Bass players, y'all gotta know how to get tone out of a 210 cabinet with a 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be able to do it, man. I mean, know your instrument. That's it.
What's some, and that's dope. Not even to cut you off. And again, this question right here is for the next generation. What are some wise ways to spend your money, and explain what per diem is?
I spend all my money. I like to spend money.
This nigga Archie.
Because I know I'm going to work and get another check next week.
Spend a check and get it right back.
Hey, right.
Get that. I love living paycheck to paycheck.
Archie's stupid, yo.
No, man. You got to put away for a rainy day, man. Like,
What's a good amount for a road musician? Rainy day.
Hey, there is no
good amount.
Exactly.
It's like, your rainy day is different.
Yeah.
It might rain on your day, but it might storm and
Like
hail on my day.
hurricane over here.
So it's like, at the end of the day, you have to be smart with your money. And it's like, in the business where, let's say I work, my work is festival season. So from March through November, I have to plan accordingly with my finances, because my people ain't barely working in December, January, February. Because festival season is over. So you spend your money, whatever works for you. But just know, when it rains, it's gonna rain, and it will rain hard.
Man, listen, man, you don't ever know when your gig is gonna end, man. Like,
Like my royalty can stop tomorrow, so it's like I have planned accordingly.
Yeah.
I am mentally prepared. I am financially prepared also, and that's not to brag, but that's also is like also being smart with everything.
what happens is you work better when you comfortable,
Right.
financially.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you're not on this gig taking verbal and physical abuse because you gotta make this check. You understand what I'm saying? You still got enough in you to be like, man, this ain't working out. I'm going skedaddle, man.
Facts.
Be out because I don't, I want to be here, but I don't have to be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's like my biggest thing. It's like to not be a slave to the nightly paycheck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for churches out here, ask any pastor that I've ever played, even a pastor I play for now. I never charge churches. I get paid, but I don't charge them. You know what I'm saying? So when I get the job, I don't say, oh, I need this every week. I say, yo, whatever God put on your heart to pay me.
That's real.
I said, whatever your budget is, what you tell me, whatever God put on your heart, whatever your budget is, you shoot it to me. If I like it, I stay. If I don't, I go.
Yeah. Wow.
But I'm not gonna tell you what to pay me because not in the church. And you gotta look at it like this: the church, I reverence God so much because in 25 years, and I'm praying that it stay this way. I've never been in an accident, plane crash, or troubled plane, or any of that. No train. No,
that's real. On the road,
25 years. So my thing is, I will play in church for free.
Word.
Because I make my money on the road.
Right,
I
right,
will.
right,
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never charge the church because I feel like I'm giving back to God.
Right.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? Most of these cats jumping from church. Oh, I got to play at church for $125 this Sunday. Anybody got a church gig? And nah, man. Like, sometimes won't you just go to church and enjoy what's going on?
That's real.
That church check, I get it. Some people got these big minister music jobs that pay them a lot of money, and that's a cool job. But I don't really depend on the church to live. Like, I enjoy it. I like playing at church. But I'm not going to ever charge a church. You got to pay me this to praise God. That's the way I look at it.
And that's what's probably helping you be consistent with that mindset, with your faith and what you believe in.
Yeah, maybe if I start tithing, I'll be good.
Come on, Archie. Come on. Good. Yeah, he put it together and said, start to, yo,
but to answer
That's
your per diem question, that's like $25 to $40 a day.
A day.
A
whether
day.
it's a show day or not.
What? 20? What am I gonna do with 25? No. You giving me $25 for? What am I gonna do with $25? I can't eat a T-bone steak.
You
with
on the keto
$25.
diet? You can eat that. You can eat with $25 now.
No. I gotta get a steak.
You gotta get a steak.
How can I eat at Fleming's with $25? That's just gonna be my drink, my side. No.
Well, what's your thought on per diem? What's your?
I know what I get for per diem. What I want to get for per diem is about $100 a day.
Okay.
Because I like to eat and I like to take some home.
Right.
Extra.
Right.
No, but yeah, that's about right. 20 to 40 a day.
Because some cats be lying, and then I know some cats also say that, yo, I just live off my per diem. You know, they feed you at the venue
Bull. Anyway. You can do it. You can live off your per diem. If they catering food.
Yeah.
I mean,
cater food.
But listen, I'm on my feet all day. I am hungry all day, so
yeah,
I eat my per diem.
Yeah, facts.
I ain't trying to take that home.
That's real.
Depending on the situation, you can live off your per diem. Just depends on the situation.
That's real.
Buy a bunch of microwave dinners for the tour bus. Boom, boom. You watch what you eat.
Yeah.
That too. Health. Yo. Hey, and these is random, you know what I mean? How important is health being on the road?
It is very important because in 2018, festival season kicked my butt because I had gained like 20 pounds. I was winded. I wasn't eating right. I was,
Wow.
so I can say like health and mental health, and I don't want to speak on that because
Right.
I just finished a 3-month span of seeing a counselor right now, and I can honestly say
I need that counseling number.
that has helped me be in a better place because like I was having mood swings. You have to think in the business we're in. We get no a lot.
Yeah.
We get a lot of heartache and heartbreak. And I was freaking out. Like, why is this? And I'm like, oh, being in management, you're carrying everyone's burdens. You got your own burdens. So I would say mental health is more important than the physical side. But you have to, the counseling sessions was $125. That was nothing.
Do he got a brother though? that charge like half of that.
No, I'm saying like it's worth it. Like, because if you want to be in this for the long run, let's say I get burnt out at the end of 2019 and then I fail, and then it's like, oh, Jose, I thought you was in the music. No, I work at Costco now because I couldn't take the pain.
Right.
So it's like
nothing wrong with Costco.
No, they get time and a half on Sunday.
You know
Think
what I
of
mean?
that. And I'm saying that because I worked at Costco before I got into business. So
well, I agree with you with the counselor thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, because outside of anything, man, it can get lonely out on the road, away from family.
Right.
Because you start to miss birthdays and you start to miss holidays and things like that. And not to put a damper on the conversation, but I remember in 2009, Christmas 2009, my mother asked me, he said, why you got to go to work? I was like, it's holiday season. I'm going to get this bread on Christmas Day. I'm going to flying out to get this money. I want you to stay here with me. I got to go to work. And so I promised her, I said, if you be okay with me getting on this plane and going to the show, I promise you I won't work another Thanksgiving or Christmas ever again. She never saw the next Christmas.
Man.
You understand what I'm saying? So, like, these are the downfalls to what everybody see as I want to be on the road and I want to tour, because you miss things.
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing photos at my grandfather's funeral, like how they do the video thing, and I'm like, well, when did y'all take that picture? Where was I at?
Wow.
I was working.
Right.
These are holidays, and you see, these are, but these are the sacrifices we make to do what we, but now you got to make time for family. You know what I'm saying? And the road is a lonely place.
Yeah.
I mean,
it ain't all about that check.
You got your boys with you on.
But your boys can keep you warm at night. I know that.
That's why you get the skink from the truck stop.
That's why Archie did take a shower at the truck stop, because he knows about that.
No,
that computer love is called that truck stop love. No, Archie know about that.
No, I gave it to her dirty. I didn't even wash before I gave it to her. I just like, No. But having McDonald's for Thanksgiving dinner because you're traveling.
Yo.
You understand what I'm saying? And you look at social media and you see your family enjoying each other, but you on your way to work.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, these are the things, man, that you got to take into consideration, man, especially when you have kids. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to miss the moments.
You miss a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you gotta force yourself to say, I'll do this, but I still gotta make time over here. The counseling thing is good because you still get to, when you get in your head and you're lonely, things start to play around in your head, and you do need that to release. Now, like, I'm starting to realize that now. I wish I'd have known that years ago. Mm-hmm. But you got to, because mental illness is real. Depression is real.
And I can honestly say I did experience that, and that's what was messing with my home life for it's a very small season. It was like, oh, I'm out here working, and I got some stuff that I thought I fixed, but I never fixed. Yeah, and now it's showing up because there's a lot to process mentally.
Yeah, right.
Like, because you got to be with your family, you got to have balance. But with also trying to find that balance, you also got to work on that mental health. And that's where I am going into right now. It's like I'm able to, that balance is more peaceful because I've worked on my mental health, that I'm able to just balance it, and I feel relaxed.
And there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, people think you got to be ashamed because you're saying something is wrong, something don't feel right. No.
Everything ain't always all right all the time.
Right. It's not. So it's nothing to shame you. It's just like you gotta take care of you.
Right.
The first law of nature is self-preservation.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And how many times do we break that law? Where we always look out for everybody else and never look out for us. You understand what I'm saying? So it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to take care of you. I'm learning that now, and a lot of people don't like it. That I'm learning to take care of myself. A lot of people do not like that.
Yeah, because according to them, you don't switched up.
I switched up.
You don't change. You have the same margin.
And I'm not. When you take something from someone that they're used to having from you, and you don't give them access to it anymore, they don't like you.
Facts.
Now, I did all this for you. I put you on a gig, or whatever. But now you don't like me because you can't handle me like this anymore. And I'm not letting you use me like this anymore. So, but you gotta stay on course and realize that I have to take care of me, because how can I be strong or take care of the people around me if I ain't taking care of myself and I'm strong enough
Facts.
to hold myself up?
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So, nothing else. The first law of nature is self-preservation. Check it. Make sure you at least do a little bit to take care of you.
That's real.
Because in this business, you get burnt out really fast. Like Archie said, the 3 days, that's fast.
Yo,
So it's like, but he knows what works for his body and his mindset to keep him working.
Yeah.
And that's where I think a lot of people fail. They don't realize what do they need to work on to keep them.
You traveling more than you playing, bro.
Yeah.
You running. It's cool to see the homies at the airport, but you get tired of going through TSA, bro. You get tired of all that, bro. Gear, all that, bro.
I hate it.
But that's real, man. I feel like, we done dropped, a good amount of knowledge about on the road, and I appreciate y'all coming through. One last thing, though. Since, I got this thing where I ask everybody, give me one highlight, one nightmare turn lesson. We done talked about some nightmares, you know what I mean? But what's one highlight so they'll know it's pros and cons too?
Highlight, playing the 2008 presidential inauguration for Obama. That's a highlight.
That's big time, yo. Lifetime. Wow.
Disaster on the road, probably getting sent home because God is good.
There you go.
All the time.
Ooh, yeah. That's a fact. You heard it from Archie. Jose, you?
I say a highlight for me is being able to sit at the table with the millionaires and be able to have a conversation, because I remember where I felt out of place in that. So now to be able to sit down and have a conversation and make things happen, that's like a highlight for me.
That's dope, bro. That's real.
Yeah, a disaster is thinking you know your tour management, but you don't know how to do stage management. And
But
then
I've
you don't
seen-
know what stage left and stage right is.
Right.
That was one disaster for me, but now I know. I'm gonna let my
So
wounds.
is it looking at the stage left?
So no, when you're looking out into the crowd, the
Right.
audience, it's stage left, stage right, up stage, down stage.
Downstage is where the drummer is.
Yeah, where down stage is where the
Upstage is where the artist is.
Yeah.
To the left of the drums, is stage left.
Yes.
To the right of the drums, is stage right.
And I learned that from YouTube.
I'll make sure I remember that.
Look, let me write it down.
This is
No.
so is when you're facing.
I
the
kind
audience.
of, I knew sometimes, like I sometimes would get that answer right, but sometimes I'm like, we doing stage? Because I do it with the overheads.
Right.
Left, right overheads. Are we doing left from front of house view or from stage view?
Now I don't know the answer to that because I
Do it
just
from front of
yeah
house
I
view.
just
So
do it
that's-
from front of house
so
view and
as
from
a
that.
drummer, the overhead left, overhead
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my one disaster. I had a mentor that brought me in. It's like, yeah, man, this is a huge festival, and Layla Hathaway was on that day, and I am looking
My
at
WCW, Layla
I
Hathaway.
am looking at
If
her
you hear
stage
this,
plot.
I love the purple hair, baby. Keep it coming.
I am looking at her stage plot, and I am freaking out. I'm like, where is a singer supposed to be going, and I'm supposed to be. So you know what I did? I didn't stress. I went to the house manager. I said, listen, where's stage left? Where's stage right?
That's real.
I had no shame, but I knew that I need to ask somebody
Yeah,
before all
it's
these
better
people
than the
come
dummy.
up, and I get burned.
That's what's up, man. Look, man, I appreciate y'all pulling up, man, and shedding light on the do's and don'ts, and the road life and management and MDs and just being a musician, up and coming musician who wants to travel, who want to be on the road. Definitely, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up for real, man. But shout out to Musicians Exchange podcast. Definitely stay tuned for the next episode.